Hey everyone, it's Andy's free guitar chart videos. Welcome to my YouTube subscribers and my Facebook friends, and anyone who's found this video. Like and subscribe, and follow the instructions in the description of the video to access the Andy's free guitar chart videos group at Facebook, where you can view the videos in one long video and perhaps the comments that I make, which are descriptions pretty much to the book of the charts, the Facebook. So let's look at this and see what we have. The focus on these lectures this season, and today's the first day of winter, or second day of winter, 2025, is the 5-string fiddle. Okay? C, G, D, A, and E. So I've modified this old guitar to play a low C. A string's going to play the G. That's just down tuned one whole step. And of course I have the notes. The note map is accurate. D is the same. No G string, but the B string's been moved down and it's down tuned 1 to the A note. And the E string, of course, is the E string. I just moved it over so it does a little dog leg. I had to smooth this out so that E string didn't undergo any undue stress. So that's the P5 tuning. And yeah, you can make chords with P5 tuning. Okay, so that's a little bit of stuff in what I consider the E position. So I've translated or transposed the cages from regular old guitar. Regular old guitar. Now we'll have to have Mr. Capo on the E, right, to play regular guitar, because I'm down tuned C tune, so this would be the E position. But as it turns out, the E position in regular guitar is like a fifth off of the E position in P5 tuning. Okay, so how does that work? So the E position in regular guitar, if you turn it upside down, is here, 7 root 2, root being the E, okay, and E's fourth is A. So it depends on whether you're going from P5 to P4 or P4 to P5. It's going to be a fourth or a fifth. In the string shapes, what are the string shapes? These letters right here on the accidentals. Okay? So, every accidental has a string shape. D flat is the E string shape location. It's your 2 flat in the key of C, root C. So, we do have an upside down E chord here, because the E chord, action fingers E, isn't involved with the tuning third. And as you know, most of my patterns are done in P4. Let's look. Okay, so right here we have guitar pattern build. As you know, this is in P4. Okay, so the reason why there's no tuning third in there, there's no B to G string, is because we don't know what string we're going to start on. There's root 2, 3 on every string. Down C tuned, am I? So here's your E, and here's my E shaped C. Okay, so there's a root 2, 3. There's root 2, 3 on string 1. It's root 2, 3. I call it string 1 because it's low, so I just call here low. String 1, String 2, string 3, string 4, string 5, string 6. Most people call it the other way around. So the E string has a root 2, 3 in C, and in the other keys. The A string has a root 2, 3. The D string has a root 2, 3. The G string has root 2, 3. Where's that? The B string has root 2, 3. And the E string. So all the strings have root 2, 3. So it doesn't matter what string you start on, because you don't know where the tuning third is going to happen on the 4th string from the bottom. So it depends on what strings. That's why we don't show the tuning third in the P4 tuning. Well, here's the P4 tuning. Well, guess what? The P4 tuning is the mirror image of the P5 tuning. So that's what we need to know. Okay, I'm over here now. So let's look at this. Here's the mirror. Alright. So this is P4 tune guitar, and here's cello, fiddle, violin tuning. I modified this to show the entire part of the fretboard that we're involved with here. Here's the minor triads, the major triads, arpeggio. In P4 tuning, everything's E-shaped, so everything's as if it was the bottom 4 strings, E, A, D, G. Just continuing on without the tuning third between the G string and the B string. So here it is, and it turns out that that pattern is the mirror image of this pattern, which is your guitar, your cello, violin, fiddle pattern. So here's an E shape. On the mirror image, we look down here. We should be able to find an E shape right here. So here's the E shape here. Here's E shape there. Okay, but remember, there's only 5 strings here, so we don't have the top string. We don't have a mirror image of the top of the P4 6-string guitar, but who needs it? Because it's a duplicate of the bottom string, note for note, just a couple octaves higher. So we don't show that, and that was just by trial and error. I didn't plan that. So there it is. We have a mirror image right here closest to the mirror, root 5, 5 root. Furthest away would be the second highest string up here. So that is what's going on. We have 3 basic shapes. We have inversion 1, root 3, 5. Inversion 1, 5, root 3. Version 2, 5, root 3. And we have first inversion 3, root 5. The opposite of that happens down here in cello, fiddle, violin. Root 3, 5 coming down here. There's your root position. But it'd really be 5, 3 root. Okay, which isn't even an inversion, it's a jumbled chord, but it's the inversion of the root shape chord in P4 tuning. So remember, shapes. Okay, and then you have your second inversion, 3, 5 root here. But really it's not an inversion, but I'm just showing that that's where the second inversion is, up here, 3, 5 root, and then 5 root 3. Your E shape there, E shape there. Okay, it's the opposite of the E shape, even though it's not exactly second inversion. Okay, me back over here. So that's what we got going on in that chart. And yes, it's all backed up by the exact mirror image there. You could almost see it. It's a little hard to see, but look at, see this right here, 4 and then a 1. Coming down here, stack of 4 and then a 1. Stack 4 up, going 1, stack